I must leave no.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Let's spark things up a little. Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
As a dutiful maid would.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Steady as stone.
Come a little closer. Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Time for retribution!
Leave it up to me. Time to clean up.
You're in for a little
Wind blade!
Come a little closer.
I must.
Verdict is...
Leave it up to me.
You're in for a little Come a little closer.
Burn!
Hip, hip.
You're in for a little
Steady as stone.
Come a little closer.
With the wind!
Try not to enjoy this.
dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning. Someone needs assistance.
Wind blade.
Leave it all to me.
Time for retribution.
What do you think, cutie? Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. It's nearly time for a...
Disappear!
You're in for a little shock. Let's spark things up a little.
Burn!
As a good knight should. Leave it all to me.
You are eavesdropper.
Heard it is.
Let me amuse myself a little. Over here!
With the wind!
Over here! The more, the merrier. So now you've got me worked up. Let me amuse myself. You really know how to get me going.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Damn you!
I'll catch up.
Retribution!
Over here!
Try not to enjoy the...
Let me amuse myself.
As a dutiful maid will.
Over here! Over here! Oh, now you've got me worked up. Let me amuse myself a little.
Steady us.
Heard it is.
Let me amuse myself. You really know how to get me going. The more, the merrier.
Damn you! Time for retribution!
Let me amuse myself a little.
With the wind!
Guess we can rest a bit. I still have a lot to do with the guild. How? But you take a rest while I go back.
Come a little closer. Let's spark things up a little.
Burn!
You're in for a little shock.
Thank you for Add as.
Nanina's covering the north, so we'll have Laurent take the...
Hey, Amarga!
Huh? Honorary knight? Paimon? Not at all. Though, you should give me a...
Is this really the expedition?
Not many from the force are still stationed. We're also gathering all the Abyss-related intel we can. Intelligence is the Moving forward, we plan to form a long-term partnership with the Northern Intelligence Network.
An intelligence station? Whoa! Like the kind...
Haha, as if. During these years out on campaign, we've found that different... I hope to use the Northern Intelligence Network to share our findings. And use that collaboration. This isn't any one nation's burden.
Oh!
Haha, well, if you stumble across any... Rest assured, you're our honorary...
Grandmaster! We've got big trouble, sir!
Oh. What is it?
That important
What? Is it... who I think it...
Yes, sir, it's him. Most of our available manpower is tied up in patrols. Who do we reassign?
No need. Just point me in the right direction, I'll handle it myself. Honorary Knight, Paimon, till next time.
Oh! Paimon's never... Yeah, that's probably...
Help! Please, help me!
Come a little closer.
Leave it all to me. Someone as a good knight should.
Wind blade!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Burning this?
Come a little closer.
Wind blade!
Hey, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Praise be! Our essential supplies made it through safe and sound.
What kind of supplies are that important?
Good eye. This year is the dandelion wine we specially ordered from Dawn Winery.
You have no idea what it took us to get it here, all the way from there.
Ha! And a fine job.
So, the only reason you were in a hurry was to make sure the drinks got there in...
What's that? Are you saying drinking isn't the most serious of serious business? Because I'd love to have a drink right about...
Wait! Please, wait a second. Now is the...
Yeah, listen to him!
This is a custom brew. In each...
10%! Unacceptable! Nobody touches a drop till it's ready.
Okay, you do you then.
We specially commissioned someone to build a mechanism that keeps the barrel...
So we just keep whacking the wooden barrels and roll them to their destination? Sounds like some... Aye, teaches force control and... Ha, keep right then. All yours. Don't worry about knocking them a bit too far, just... Back when I was training Noelle, she'd blast the barrels to splinters the second she got nervous. Couldn't stop her from cleaning up the whole mess herself afterward. Over time, she became the finest cleaner in the Knights, bar none. Ha! She might not have realized it, but that's progress too. First time I did this training with Razor, it took us an entire day to finish. Know why? He spent a quarter of the day rolling the barrels, and the other 3/4 trying to figure out what the heck I was talking about. Jean and Albedo once sat me down to have a serious discussion about whether or not the Spark Knight needed to take part in basic training like this. A Knight's basic training helps build character. But since the Spark Knight's still so young, I decided to get her opinion. She,
Paimon's hands are sore just from watching you. There's gotta be an easier way, right?
Come to think of it, you haven't met Lowen yet, have you? The kid's so used to doing things his way, he didn't even show up when it was time for the training. Asked him about it later. He said he went to poke a hornet's nest full of monsters, and as for barrel drills, he didn't think targets that wouldn't hit back were worth his time. Ha! So that's how you did it. Not half bad. Wisdom's another kind of strength, after all.
Ah, Grandmaster! Honorary Knight! They're back! They're back! They're back! Everyone, fall in and give them a proper welcome!
Wow, we're this popular? Paimon.
How the wind carries that scent from
A special brew from...
Oh.
Yes, this is it!
amazing.
If the taste hasn't changed, am I home back in Thank you, Honorary.
That's enough. Put a cork in it, everyone. Barrels stay sealed until everyone's back. Let's finish the party prep in the meantime.
Oh, yes, sir.
Like I said, drinking is the most serious of serious business.
Oh, sticky honey roast, sweet madams. Paimon never thought she'd get to eat such authentic wait, where's Vorka? Okay, Paimon will catch him.
So, what's the hero who saved our savior? And truth is, what I've got in my cup is the most special of But since you've caught me, nothing for it. Here, have a cup. Got me. Just a joke. Not a drop of liquor on me right now. If you're thirsty for a real drink, go find Ermini later. She's got plenty in stock. A camp always needs to have one sober soul to guard their drunk comrades from things that go bump in the night. Those have been my standing orders since this expedition started. Rotten luck, eh? Just so happens that tonight, it's my turn to be that sober soul. So, on this night when they're all drunk, I can't be. Who knows? Maybe fate just gets a kick out of messing with us. If it had come one day later, maybe I'd have been down there guzzling wine to my heart's content. But if it had come but one day later, maybe you'd have passed the camp by, missed the feast, never even had this chance to talk. Nobody can say what choices lead to what outcomes until the time comes. Just like when I decided to lead this that's how it turned out, aye. But when we marked, it took us some time to mobilize. But that was all a complete mystery to us when we set out. Ha! Quick study, aren't you? Alas, the enemy won't sit around twiddling their thumbs while every hour we hesitate. That was all the intel we needed to launch this expedition. None of that formality. Be it Mondstadt back then, Dvalin, or Nodcry now, the expeditionary force. Even my fate, too. The fact that we can sing around the bonfire. Who's to say? Fate's fickle and hard to fathom after all. But as long as you're alive, the wine we didn't drink tonight, we can have so cheers to tomorrow, to hope.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Recently, the
traveler would be the most suitable.
I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if... Well, let me go over it briefly.
Rift Hounds?
Yes. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous good. Then...
Is the Tenryu committee?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. Their main priority is to... The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting... You have our deepest... I will mark on your map the...
Relax. The sacred Sakura's in danger again, huh? Who'd have thought? Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Hanachiru Sato's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it! Time to teach him a lesson!
Right, news dwarves.
You're attacking sacred Sakura! Stop him!
Leave it all to me. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
I must leave no stone unturned.
You're in for...
Disappear!
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Steady as stone. I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
You're in for a little shock.
Burning this?
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryou Commission needed help. Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
Come a little.
Steady as...
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun? Wait, no! Could also be A!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. You sure made short work of them! That was amazing!
I'm making early preparations. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed since then. Every time I encounter an obstacle in my
Makes sense. You must...
Might I remind you that I am not here to recently. I have observed I considered this matter worthy of my attention. If the Shogun
Why?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura. It...
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and the monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their... That's an episode of history, but an excess of caution.
Guess you can't argue.
Since we are both here for this, from the traces they've left in the surrounding...
Paimon feels so safe when we're... Oh, yeah! This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage! Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Windblade!
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able—
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? What?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on—
What happened here?
Who are you? What do you do? Run quick while you still can! The monsters will be back. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're every last
Look!
Not right now. But the almighty Shogun is gone. I don't know how long we can hold out for.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's You're back! Please, we beg you. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this—
Calm down. The war—
Over. But
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze. There are no monsters.
what? But how? Just moments ago, I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down.
I think I understand. Almighty Shogun. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory. The sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be
So the memories of the ones that died are all pure?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now? Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern, but my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would
So, Inazuma was attacked at—
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that but even then, Inazuma—
Hey!
Yes. All my martial might was in— But when I traveled around moving forward, just think of that soldier. All those who sacrificed themselves back then as Inazuma's god. Warriors of the past, I will never forget you.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Leave them to me. Shine down! Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in—
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything.
Ah, makes sense. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely— Hey, the same light is leaking out again!
Furuyama?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a...
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy—
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of—
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But after all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do?
I see. So, most of the residents in this... And now the Almighty Shogun is... Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty people flee out of a desire to live on. And but me, I have no such thoughts. And the Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dream, just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless...
Perhaps...
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the Almighty Shogun for the last time. What a pity. I'll never get to see what... But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The Almighty Shogun comes to visit. One moment, I'll just... What? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in there.
Can't see it.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guess.
Don't worry about it. Take a...
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no.
This place is... complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Do my eyes deceive me?
Xavier? What are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area.
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Certainly do. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away. Like the back of my hand? Meg, not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true. Oh, well, it's long. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontane tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about the...
Oh, I didn't realize you two...
Me neither.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today? Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono? I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where... Of course!
Oh, we're leaving?
Oh, you're most welcome. More than farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. Hey, alright, let's head... Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely...
Hey, it's them!
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are.
We have time.
It's the same topic we discussed last...
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we do it?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh?
I presume you'll want to read mine as...
Well, What do you think?
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information?
What did you find out?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Ina's...
Wow. So many new...
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Armanoma clan, you say? Ugh. So there's no ghost story here?
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis.
Yes, okay. Point taken. You were right.
And they're back at it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Look,
You're welcome.
Keep us in the loop if you find...
Will do.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? Nihira, we're here! Traveler, Paimon... Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. The Baladir? You look troubled. Traveler? Hey, what's wrong? That's quite a... So, this puppet known as the Baladir erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past. But how was he even able... As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world... So, you believe this person really existed? And we just don't remember him because... Well... Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the Traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul, and it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't... So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past... Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Baladir guy. I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As... Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right? Once the Baladir realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, the story makes sense. The Baladir tried to achieve godhood with the Doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with that power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have... Yeah, it does make sense. It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but... Please wait a moment. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything he has told us. What is it? A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look. Is this a fairy tale? I authored this record myself. Huh? You wrote a fairy tale? That's when combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it. Hold on. So this record survived from... Yes. Any information about the Baladir or the Kabuki Mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to... But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the Baladir entered That's incredible! And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the Baladir must have been a further precaution. I knew this story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information, but if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us. The now erased life of the Baladir. There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night, and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, how it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different. We solved it! I remember now. This is not just the Baladir story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what had to become a god. He was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished.
The Baladir agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. That Kanria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it...
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, so the answer is not everything. People, when you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant... Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding, and that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nihita's right. Cheer up! How about we go get something to eat?
Good idea.
You got it! Come on, Trap! Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar! That'll be sure to lift our spirits! It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up. What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Hey! Hey!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep space...
I wasn't paying close enough attention. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself... I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outside.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsetias. And I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver—
Leave it to me. I'll find some more.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drift?
That's right. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the Baladir. Oh, all right.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them. Huh? You two over there. You've been following me all the way from the city. Have we? No, we haven't met. I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet?
Huh?
You're right. The look on his face.
I guess you do know me after all. That is not... Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure... Okay, but please...
Are you really working for that guy?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm. And he let me take shelter and...
That's odd.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you.
Then let's return to the...
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them...
Oh, you really went and picked some more.
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world. Like you had nowhere... Imagine you and me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time...
But I don't... No. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years.
Thank you. All right, done.
Don't worry about me.
What's wrong? Huh?
Hello. I do apologize.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember any.
You say that you...
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, but these two claim that they know me. And that I have a hidden past unknown even to my...
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case...
Oh, like a past...
Yes, something far more distant than the past.
Okay, I have... Oh, okay. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt, but I'll be able to handle it.
Is truth something you care a lot?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a... Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never...
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that...
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time. A chain of cause and effect. A cycle of...
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but... yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street! He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything!
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves.
Please, I want to see them for myself.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me.
Very well.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him?
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face...
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Oh, good point. Given your...
Understood.
Thank you.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memory. These memories will show you the raw truth. But be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world.
Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a...
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve...
We never give up halfway. Well...
All right.
Wanderer,
Is that because...
you could...
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The crystal marrow miners? No, there's no way. There's someone passed out on the ground. You're awake. What happened? Not a scratch. And these fine
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Baladir in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatar.
And the rest is history.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. The Baladir, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second-in-command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa, but Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started—
But you can't.
Yup. We're family now. We're gonna be— This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the Baladir didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. After leaving Tatarasuna, the Baladir ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. Then what happened to the child? He died from his illness while he was still very young. The Baladir came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. The voices have gone.
Let's keep going.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. painlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast? Death.
Retribution!
Let's end this quickly! This isn't good.
Come at me.
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun.
Steady us.
Get out of my way! Time to fulfill my duty. No slacking off! I see through you!
Come a little closer.
You can't run! That all you got? Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun.
Disappear!
It isn't time for a break yet! You can't run! Well, burn! I see through you! Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun.
Surrender in allegiance.
You can't run!
Verdict is...
I miscalculated.
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place. In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered
Such a creepy atmosphere. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me?
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of... Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experiment.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feeling...
Save your breath.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible. And don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy... Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest. By then, see you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story.
Yes.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results and your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Time for retribution! Windblade!
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
Steady it.
Let's spark things up a little.
Disappear!
Over here.
This.
No escape.
Come a little closer.
Leaving so soon. You can't run from death.
You're in for a little shock.
With the wind!
Over here. Let me amuse myself.
You're in for a little shock.
Shine.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru. Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project.
Welcome. I look for...
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that because...
The biological transformation is a lengthy process, as...
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to go... Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had given.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew?
I suggest you...
The doctor again?
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Let's move on.
You're a god.
If you accept that he is you,
In your eyes, Are there?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life.
I've seen enough of my past. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame. Can you return my
Huh?
I've always believed that human lives, as a puppet living in a human world, my life is...
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you... Are you sure you want...
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity. I've always felt I have an innate tendency to, so I beg you.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will... You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free?
A puppet? What's he doing here?
It's...
You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is... my...
Is he alright? No way!
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Baladir?
Die. This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
You got any more stupid questions? Insignificant past! The wind rises. At my command, you shall fall. Squall and fury. Insignificant past! Behold, you're dead! No more place! wind rises. My endless cycle begins! Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared?
What did you expect? I'd never lose.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too! What if—
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success.
Come on.
Welcome back, traveler. Time. You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, after learning about everything the doctor did, I'm not planning on returning.
So, you're quitting the Fatui?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see changing the world. What you were looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Baladir is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world, Lesser Lord Kusanali. You purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you—
Why would you go to such lengths?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed, but before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of—
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it. Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that.
Маля, човек, благодаря, че ми каза, че аз мисля, че говоря. Оставям съм линка към типса, дори $1 помага на канала и благодаря, че ми напомни да си включа микрофона. Все го забравям микрофона. Аз през цялото мисля, че говоря. О, маля. Благодаря, че ми каза, брат. Аз до сега мисля, че през цялото време говоря и комуникирам. Говоря. Съвсем съм забрал, че не съм говорил. По-добре, са такива глупости говори по едно време. Иначе как си, какво правиш?
People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. Some things in this world, everything that you feel is real, and to be human is to live with imperfections.
Аз съм снимал... Колко време съм снимал без... Почти 2 часа съм снимал. До сега съм снимал без микрофон. Вау.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Нищо няма лошо. Поне дойде това. Снимам още малко и ще...
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Аз нямам пари аз да купя нещо, човек. Че му обоняш да ти купя Майнкрафт. Съжалявам, брат. Ама и аз нямам никакви пари.
Why?
Because...
Then I hope we don't see much.
A name is life's for... The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name...
No! Paimon only does nicknames! If it's a...
Have you...
Oh. They... Free... Devil. Те кажи бе. И какво вика баща ти?
Are you sure?
Какво ти каза?
Oh.
Оп.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet? Take your time. I don't need this. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer. What?
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path...
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for that, even though the events have been...
I see.
Huh? But...
It's fine. Let them stab... Alright. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
Нормално е.
What he went through today would
И
have been
какво
like
ти
living
каза?
an entire...
Yeah, true. But even so, we can finally go eat?
Thank you both.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from
You mean because everyone else in the story...
Yeah! I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continue to cast their shadow in Mikoshi... Then,
И
one
нищо
night,
ще
as
чакаш,
all these
него
expressions of
притискай
joy, life is a...
и като ти го вземе тогава. Нищо бе, изчакай малко. Бъди търпелив. И аз също съм търпелив за някои неща. То няма къде да се отиде. Значи. Няма какво да направиш. Добре. Пожелай палци, стреляме. Да. Дори 4 звезден герой не е. Пух. Дори 4 звезден герой не е.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness... Wow! Huh? Look at them. Did someone break it?
Да, ама не помни.
You sound lost and confused. I know why you are troubled.
Huh? Is there someone...
Unfortunately, the fate of when a small animal, like a vase that falls...
Who are you?
History does not...
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? Ugh. It feels wrong just leaving it.
Добре. Така, нека да вземем всичките. 100, 200, 300, 320. Добре. Добре. Нека да вземем и това. Плюс 60 примоджема. Добре, върткаме. Оп, как мислех, че ще е герой. Бокук. Аре де! И... Йоу, 4 звезден герой. Кой ще е? Добре. Още 2. Супер. Така, сега... Трябва да продължа с той. Да, продължим с историята.
It's the traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro community.
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty.
Be at ease. I'm not here to...
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Кой ще каже за лайфа, брат?
It's not often we have the chance.
Right.
I seldom had the time, so in the vast he may well have had an inkling about the philosophy of life.
You and Makoto.
Indeed we did. In her eyes, they are similar. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky. Now, it seems like she was right.
Wow.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her
Радвам
view,
се.
ambition is a Makoto was more...
Е, брат, някой път, ако решиш, я натисни линка долу, горе. Ако решиш някой път, $1 е предостатъчен.
I suppose what it comes down to... Yes, it does.
Защото, ако намислим някой път да разширяваме доста канала, ще трябва да съберем малко спонсорство, защото аз имам толкова много идеи. Обаче са сложни. Нали разбираш? Но първо си вземи Майнкрафта, брат. Това е най-важното. Знам бе. Зато и викам. Важното е първо вземи Майнкрафта, да цъкаме, да се кефиме. Другото когато може. Кой ще каже, брат?
Hey, where'd he go?
Някой...
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea. So, we didn't even have a...
The information helped. Well, I've watched Furuyama brew tea. The tea is ready. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. I've been reminded of back at the Yashiro Commission, the events of 500 years ago. Not only
She died in that disaster?
Yes. She went to Kanria alone. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her... But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or... perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, but yes, it was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plain of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, why did she go to Kanria first, and not I? Why did she... It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to...
That's quite a...
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell...
This is all really hard to understand.
Yes. I once told myself that I wouldn't... Not even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leave. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced...
Sister? I had heard that you were looking... You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Kanria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems...
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma, and the fate of... So, I'm afraid...
Oh, well, boy. Both of you have
With this last cup of tea, let us thank you, Destiny.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Ами, след това ще стримвам World of Warcraft сервер. След това ще си дам на почивка или след този лайв ще дам малко почивка. Ще пина малко, ще поснимам малко, нали пак ще стримвам и така. Ще говоря и с приятелката си. Ще извънна. Да чуя как е, що е. И така.
Once again, please.
Hey!
Illusion shattered.
Какво?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Torn to oblivion!
Коста с тебе, шипунке. Не играй такива номера. Не падай, не е добре.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Добро.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just we'll deal with... Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, man. They're coming.
Don't!
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak,
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all...
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited. This hope is the light that...
Everyone, on me!
We'll help you!
Huh? Affirmative, but what?
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Try not to enjoy this.
Windblade!
You're in for a little shock.
As a good knight should.
Come a little closer.
Boom. Boom. Dobre.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You fought phenomenally. It was true. The monsters will definitely come back. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma.
When everyone sees the Almighty...
Well, what are you...
We will stay here and guard against the monsters. We are brothers in arms. As long as...
Just leave it to us. But the Almighty Shogun, no matter what kind of threat...
Oh, thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. With you leading us, we...
Glory to the Shogun!
Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in the result being that in the centuries since then, you could take the view that, but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well,
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's arc. I used to think just like what Inazuma needs, even though I am utterly unlike Makoto. and can never become the person she was. I still need... Yes, they are. As the Raiden Shogun, they...
Well said.
Change will come, no matter how long it now that we've dealt with the rift. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commission.
Alrighty then. He looks calm on the up. She seems to have changed. Huh? What's wrong, eh? What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like the situation. No need. I need to go to the cave.
Why? What's...
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past.
Здравейте, здравейте! Така, нека да нахраня героите. Okay. Да. А? Фо? Чакай, what? Huh.
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no game. Ти да виж. Чакай да го гледам малко внимателно. Пай да почвам да мисля каквото и да е. Къде... Аха, ето е скората. Която ми трябва. За да вляза тука.
We're finally here.
The port of Kanria.
Where'd the Torii gate come from?
It's getting worse again. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's... It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto? Where are we
Raiden.
Whoa. This place... Look, it's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within. But it is also the... Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that...
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of it. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct. don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by I'm here to show you we are both warriors. The discomfort I was experiencing, as she indicates. Once I started but inside a realm of though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets it and Hei's showdown with the Shogun.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very I would not try to change...
Isn't there any other way? Can't you hack it through or something? But they both...
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty. It inherits Ei's pain. Every action undertaken is for the sake of determination. Only rules shall... Those were my thoughts when Now, you wish to make yourself... I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity.
The guardian of eternity.
And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden Ei. In the end, even the proud and mighty only needed was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did.
Добре, тук не беше добре.
There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered! Weak! The eye sweeps the lands!
Oh shit. Ако не... Стига съм далече, няма проблем.
There is no escape! Now you shall perish! The beating sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain.
Затова предпочитам да имам някаква храна.
As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Inazuma shines eternal! Slow, a fleeting shadow. Shine down! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another.
Alright.
Never. For the rest of time. Insolent. There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
Boom.
Inferior. Shine down! The eye sweeps the lands! Inazuma shines eternal! Shattered! Only emptiness awaits!
Have you finally defeated her?
Не.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your...
How the heck?
In this realm, she was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this...
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand... If I don't do this, this is my duty. No matter how long this battle may
Благодаря, брат.
Months, years, centuries.
Още само 33 абоната. Стигаме 1000.
It is about time that I understand that. I fight for... I vow to this during my absence. on my words.
Тъй.
Looks like we got kicked. Oh, what do we do? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules.
До скоро.
Still. Right? What if she gets too obsessed with winning and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. Yeah, we should help. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her? Well, whatever. We can't. Oh, but we also can't. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now. Oh, you're right. Who knows if she...
Ah.
Someone's not in the best of moods.
Чао, брат.
Let me guess. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it... That was a figure of speech. Do you...
Oh, yeah. Something really big.
Oh, okay. Impossibly... You know as well as I do that she's always been, like, rushed into it. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help?
Is she playing dumb?
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura.
Because Raiden Makoto...
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. Anyway, we needn't worry about the detail. First things first.
Така.
Now then, I always have my ways. To the outsider, in other words.
So, it's
Yes, no need to try. Everything is turbulent, and this is precisely...
What? Alright, well...
Suit yourself. Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. I see. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. By the way, remember to focus only a strong enough will can prevent you from being... Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please.
Bring
her back.
Rico, you better know what you're doing.
That's enough chatter. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And How come this is a duel to remember? It is as if we have returned over countless battles. Not once have you lost. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you bring honor to the title of God. Now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago.
Okay.
Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and...
Ще има много да ядеш.
Ha! Yes, you have endured. I will endure forever. Witness, there is no escape. Final calamity. Shine down.
Boom.
This is the end. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I yet my reason for... And whenever I think of this, I feel the blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my... This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from this day forth. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call... I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled your... It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished...
Колко е часа? Добре.
Hello, Ei. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... Well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came, but... You never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Kanria? I had some sense of it. That place was not... In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion. And I don't know what Inazuma has experienced, but I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And don't look down on me. See? It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades, that it is you who must take the most important...
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom, she who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really?
Yeah. It's the Guru Blossom tree.
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
Тя си тръгна като угой. Защо всички добре трябва да умрят? Гадост.
So the Ei of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
Да, времето някакво
A place where time is meaningless, and perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to the... And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now...
I don't fully understand.
Well...
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. But without the sacred sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred sakura. But to me, it is always... You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred sakura and Makoto's consciousness. But unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling this.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense Ei's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the... Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search, simply establishing a look. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help Ei. So this time, it looks...
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible. You too have my thanks.
Ei, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw my...
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw. I'll be fine. It brought a few, I have to say. She even fact... It's all thanks to her that I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that...
Thank you.
Today, at long last, Makoto and you are Ina...
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on.
Makoto said the...
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's...
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I will closely review the... After that...
Really?
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined. I don't doubt that many challenges... I'm looking forward...
О, да, събрах. Сега... Story quest. Oh. New game function. Function. Yes, function. Бля. Така. Стой. А, така. Да. О. Да видим. Ко. Отключвам за Fontane. Да. Ключи за Fontane. О. Какво е? А, кристал трапа от тук се отключва. Ти май за та. А, не. Това е за глайдер. Интересно. Добре. Мисля скоро да приключвам. И историята да решам малко по-нататък. The Lighthouse. Да отключа нещата, които могат да ми отключат евентуално и... Да, такова. Ще ли какво? Преуморих се. Колко време стана? Ако е доста дълго, вече към 3 часа. Добре, абонирайте се, лайквайте и коментирайте. След почивката почваме, ще снимаме... След почивката ще снимам Greenfall Launcher. Да видим как вари тука. Да. Добре. Абонирайте се, лайквайте и коментирайте.